Well, the war in Ukraine is taking a toll on fertilizer markets. Prices were already high in late 2021, and they've increased further due to the conflict. Well, farmers are now left looking for workarounds as spring planting progresses. Associate Professor of Ag Economics at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, Lia Nogueira, joins us now with further perspective. And Lia, thank you very much for your time here this morning. So how is the conflict between Russia and Ukraine affecting the fertilizer market?
Well, as you noted, fertilizer prices were already high in the later half of 2021, and it's a complex environment, but part of the reason of these higher fertilizer prices was because of increases in cost of production. Natural gas, ammonia, and coal, all those prices were higher. Because of that, China and Russia imposed restrictions on exports of fertilizers, trying to keep their domestic prices down. Now, this is important because Russia is one of the main producers and exporters of fertilizers. And now with the conflict with Ukraine, we have Western countries imposing sanctions because of the conflict, and Russia retaliating by restricting exports of all sorts of different products, including fertilizers, except to a few countries within the Euro-Asian Economic Union. And this, along with higher prices for oil and natural gas, has pushed fertilizer prices even higher.
What does this mean for farmers here in the U.S.?
Well, the upcoming growing season is already mostly determined by these higher fertilizer prices, but crop prices are also higher, so potentially farmers could see some expected profit. But past the spring planting, we have a lot of uncertainty, and it really depends on how the conflict resolves. It could be that some of these prices come down in terms of inputs for fertilizers, and also some of the trade restrictions could be lifted.
In the long term, how would this affect the price and availability of fertilizer?
A couple of points. First, some of the fertilizer plants in the United States, Canada, and Brazil have already increased production, but it may take a few years for those new quantities to reach the market. We also have high grain prices that are providing incentives to increase fertilizer production, but higher fertilizer prices are going to provide incentives to farmers to maybe change their application technology. So we have this combination of higher fertilizer prices, higher commodity prices, new information entering the market, providing incentives to maybe change some of the farm financial management techniques for farmers, making it very critical for farmers to manage their financials in a different way.
Well, Lia, thank you very much for your insight this morning. Associate Professor of Ag Economics at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, Lia Nogueira, connecting with us here this morning. You could go online to agecon.unl.edu for more information. Again, thank you, Lia.